we turn our attention to Orson Welles' 1941 masterpiece, Citizen Kane, a landmark film, a work that continues to cast a long shadow over the annals of film history.
Yeah, we about to grind it down. Yo, film buffs in full effect. Today we're hitting you with a double dose of mind-bending content, dissecting the classic film Citizen Kane. We're lifting heavy and maxing out bold thematic critique.
Citizen Kane ain't your mama's bedtime story, Brohim. This film's more complex than a Rubik's Cube on gear, and deeper than an ass-to-grass squat clean.
We talking Charles Foster Kane, the media mogul with more dough than Pillsbury. Dude dies whispering the word Rosebud, like a madman. Flashbacks and interviews unravel his life. A story woven with ambition, power, and ultimately, an emptiness that can swallow 1,000 black holes. This Rosebud thing, it's the key that unlocks Kane's messed up psyche, bruh. Kane pursues success and stacks cash like a squirrel on Ye. But the film throws major shade on that whole hustle. It shows how this endless pursuit can leave you isolated and looking like a straight sucker. Soft.
Hold on a sec, Constantine. Don't spoil the whole movie before we do the plot breakdown. Alright, Brodies, listen up. This Citizen Kane story is about to get swole. We got Charles Foster Kane, this big enchilada in the media game, sprawled out at his Florida mansion, Xanadu. More like a mausoleum for a washed-up kingpin, am I right? Anyway, Kane's about to punch his ticket to the great beyond, clutching a snow globe muttering, Rosebud, before biting the dust. Rosebud. News of Kane's demise explodes faster than the blood vessels in my eyeballs after a good set. Everyone wants a piece of the story. Enter Jerry Thompson, a reporter with a nose for trouble and a Rolodex full of shady contacts. This dude's got more hustle than a personal trainer on commish. He gets tasked with cracking the code of Rosebud. It's a wild goose chase, though. Kane's second wife, Susan, fell off, drowning her sorrows in her own nightclub and refusing to spill the goods. But Thompson ain't the one to skip leg day and hits the road for his next lead. He gets into the archives of a dead guy named Walter Parks Thatcher, Kane's old moneybags guardian with a tighter grip on his wallet than a power lifter on a barbell. Turns out Kane wasn't always the sculpted vascular tycoon. When he was a kid, his pockets were completely deflated, and it was the inheritance of a gold mine that stacked all that paper. Fast forward, and Kane's all grown up, a ruthless shark in a cutthroat business. He uses his newfound wealth to launch a newspaper called The Inquirer, a paper that traffics in scandal and sensationalized hit pieces.
Thompson chats up Kane's old crew. There's Mr. Bernstein, the loyal but weary business manager who spills the pre-workout on how Kane manipulated the masses. All while bagging a political power bride, the president's niece. But Kane's a loose cannon, and his marriage goes south faster than my blood sugar on a cut. An affair with a singer named Susan torpedoes his shot at becoming governor. An irreparable L, no doubt. Obsessed with turning Susan into an opera star, Kane forces her into a career that is a total mismatch. It's like stacking too many plates on a rookie lifter's rack. It's a recipe for a pulled hamstring, and it ends with a public meltdown that leaves everyone sore. Even Kane's best friend Jedediah gets the boot for writing a scathing review of Susan's operatic L.
Finally, Susan cracks. She agrees to talk, revealing a trail of emotional abuse and a desperate escape from Kane's gilded cage. Meanwhile, Kane's butler, Raymond, witnesses his boss go full-on roid rage after Susan leaves. The snow globe becomes Kane's only comfort, and with a whimper, he utters that cryptic Rosebud again. Thompson hits a dead end. The answer to Rosebud seems lost forever. Back at Xanadu, Kane's fancy crap is getting tossed like yesterday's brown banana. And guess what gets chucked in the furnace? The very same sled from Kane's childhood. As the flames lick at the metal, a hidden inscription emerges. Rosebud. A cruel twist, a reminder of a simpler time lost forever in the inferno. Kane's last words remains a mystery, buried with the ghosts of his childhood innocence. What a jabroni.
This movie messes with your mind, bruh. We see Kane's life through a bunch of biased narrators, each spinning their own yarn and highlighting different signs of Kane's messed up personality. It makes you question everything. What's real? What's fake? Can you even truly know someone? But this is a lot of complexity getting pulled off by a 25-year-old Orson Welles.
And the Rosebud mystery goes deeper than the Mariana Trench. Is it a memory, a symbol, or some cryptic message from beyond the grave? The film leaves it open-ended, forcing us to wrestle with the subjectivity of experience and the fact that you'll never truly understand another person's life, no matter how hard you try. That's a cold realization, and is tied together so well with just one iconic word.
The cinematography on this one is yoked. Got all the Tinseltown Myron. The masterful use of framing and narrative economy packs this piece to the brim with visual mass. I really dug that shot where he was giving the speech to all the people with a big picture behind himself.
Gee, I dug that reflection shot with the snow globe. That was solid.
Alright, considering all the elements of the film, the conflicted characters, the off-the-chain camera work, and the excellent story behind it all, I think it is fair and honest to award this movie 4 resistance bands out of 5. Why not 5 out of 5? Because there's always room for improvement, sucker!
All that is cool, but I thought Kane was such a goober. I gotta take a point off for his suboptimal mustache. Yuck. 3 resistance bands out of 5.
Lesson 1. Respect the classics, but also respect the science of building a body that screams, I will not be defeated.
Maybe true happiness ain't about fancy cars and mansions, bruh. Maybe it's about pushing your limits, getting those gains, but also building strong relationships and helping others. Find your purpose, your why. Don't be a Kane, lost and empty, lacking spiritual mass and definition.
Hold it. You think we done just because we gave you a succinct and insightful film analysis and let you go without creating a film-inspired workout routine? Quit playing and receive this high-powered fitness knowledge for your ass. Picture Kane wandering the vast halls of Xanadu, his giant house that brought him no joy. Now wander around your house or apartment aimlessly for as long as you can tolerate it. Feel the emptiness seep in as you realize you wasted precious workout time imitating a wealthy, lonely man. Great warm-up. The first exercise is an isometric wall push. Throughout the film, Kane is constantly amassing power and wealth that proves worthless in the ultimate test of his life, in the form of human connection. His material strength and influence pales in comparison to that immovable obstruction of distance and isolation. No matter how hard he pushed, it was never enough to push through. So when you are pushing against that wall and training your slow twitch muscle groups, remember that some things will never give, but strength is nothing without endurance. Now get a large sled and fill it up with a bunch of heavy bush and try to pull it up a steep incline hill. The heavier, the better. You wanted Rosebud, well now you got it, sucker! That's right. We did it. No more sitting on your ass watching these movies.
Thanks for watching. Keep moving with the movies.
Remain!
Adios.